This short video is a preview of the Praxis Core writing test and includes some test-taking strategies to help you prepare. This test is designed to measure the individual's ability to use standard written English correctly and effectively. It tests your ability to edit written text, develop and write clear and coherent essays, understand grammatical and structural relationships in written language, and use appropriate research skills and strategies. There are 3 sections that span 100 minutes. There is one selected response section, 40 minutes long, and 2 30-minute essay sections. Questions in this section are divided into 4 types: usage, sentence correction, revision in the context of a written passage, and questions regarding basic research skills. The following slides will provide examples of these. The 2 essays are argumentative and evidence-based essays. The argumentative essay asks you to write about a specific topic. The evidence-based essay provides you 2 short passages to read and use as sources. Both essays provide opportunities for you to demonstrate how well you write and your understanding of conventions of standard written English. Usage questions focus on recognizing errors in mechanics, structural and grammar relationships, including subject-verb agreement and pronoun and antecedent agreement, and the proper use of modifiers. Note the structure of the question. Sentence correction questions require selecting from the choices provided to restate phrases and sentences using standard English and knowledge of standard grammar terminology. Revision and context questions require the reader to consider organization, word choice, style, tone, and conventions of written English for sentences pulled from a longer passage. Finally, the research skills questions address the types of sources, evaluating the quality of sources, and strategies for researching a topic and organizing a paper. For each of the essays, you have 30 minutes, so use your time wisely, make an outline, and keep it simple. On this screen, you'll see 2 examples of prompts, one for an argumentative essay and one for the evidence-based essay. A note on navigation: the Praxis allows you to mark a question to revisit. That means you can answer a question, but if you have doubts, it reminds you to return for a second look. Or if you can't answer a question, you can mark it as a reminder to return, both by clicking the Mark button at the top of the screen. You can click on the Review button, and you can see a screen with all of the marked questions indicated. You can then select a question and go back to it. This is available for selective response questions. So let's talk about some strategies. We'll first look at the selected response questions. Strategy number 1 is to put it on paper. This is an online test, so it's going to be important to use your scratch paper effectively. Write neatly and review your work. Practice the process of elimination by writing out A, B, C, D, E on your paper. Remember, if you're not writing, meaning that you're not actively engaging with the text or practicing the process of elimination, maybe you should mark the question and move on. When it comes to writing your essay, make sure that you make a quick outline on your scratch paper and make a plan before you go forward. Strategy number 2, take 2 passes when answered selected choice questions. The Praxis allows you to mark a question and return to it later. And all questions are weighted equally. So answer the easiest questions first. See a question you don't like, move on, and answer it later. Answer all the questions you feel confident about first, and then go back to the harder ones. Strategy number 3, bend, don't break. If you find you're stuck on a question, move on. Do 3 or 4 more questions and then come back. You can always come back later. If you spend more than 3 minutes on a single question, if you're not sure what the question is even asking, or you're using your scratch paper in the process of elimination, but your hand is not moving, meaning you've stopped writing, Maybe you need to mark it and move on. Strategy number 4, answer every question. The Praxis only scores the number of correct answers. So if you're running out of time, it's time to start guessing. Guessing should happen after you have used the process of elimination, and guessing should be a last resort. But you should answer every question. Strategy number 5 is relevant to writing your essays. Essays need a basic structure: introduction, body, and conclusion. Make a basic outline, typically outlining a 5-paragraph essay. But remember, you don't have a lot of time. Don't worry about being overly creative. Keep it simple, pay attention to punctuation, grammar, and capitalization, and watch the clock. Finally, visit the Google Sites to find websites to help you review, find materials from ETS, information on tutors, and practice sets that include solutions. Keep in mind that the solutions don't have explanations, so maybe it would be a good idea to contact Pete St. John at the Learning Assistance Center to set up a meeting with a tutor so that you can work on these problems together.